So now the record button is, as you hit the SOS button, now it's sent. You can now
immediately, you just boom.
Sent. Now you're now recording everything live here.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So now the difference between what we've done and some of the other apps that are similar, try to do this thing here, is now once this video is done, use video, and I can now saved. So this video is now saved onto your phone and your app. So we looked at all the other apps. None of them actually saved the video in your app and stuff.
Sent it to some place like the ACLU.
And the backup thing we're doing now is Martin, the genius there, has got it now where we're backing up these videos to our website.
So they'll be housed someplace. Right. So they can go to a place.
Live.
They're backed up live.
And it's untouched. So you remember Sandra Bland? Remember when Sandra Bland got pulled over? What was she trying to do? She was texting somebody.
Right.
You saw that in the car.
Right.
Text, that's right there, one button. She has that text. They know her location. Next, she has the recording. If she sends that video to her mother, her sister, her father, there's no way I will go to my grave saying that she spends 3 days in jail and gets out that following Monday. If her family members and loved one had that video, they would have been on them. To her, yeah. They'd have been like, really? This is why she's in jail right now? For something? And they would have had her out there. So you have the video you can now send to people, and then send the video, and then now have the video. Or like I said, we have it back up on our site.
One push of a button.
Right.
Boom, boom, boom.
And then last but not least, you now have your laws. So when you do get pulled over, now, like I tell people, the cops never at your car within 15 seconds, So between that time, I had a time to send my SOS. I can get recording, and I can hit these police encounters. And what does it get you things to do?
So when you first see the police car, number one, pull over quickly and safely. You should put your signal on. That's what happened with Sandra Bland. She didn't signal. Okay, yeah. All right, I need to edit. Okay, pull over.
We need these.
All right, pull over quickly and safely, letting the police officer know you understand and are complying. Always be polite during the traffic stop, even if the officer is aggressive. You have little to lose by being polite, and a lot to lose by not. And then you go through. Don't give the officer an excuse. And then you have get out of the car if the officer asks, and let officer do most of the talking. Okay, yeah, because you have the right to remain silent.
Right.
You should do that.
It's things like that we think that people should know, and for me, I have a smart mouth, and normally we'll argue with people and things like that. But at this point in time, I'm like, it's not the time or the place.
No, you about to be a tech maven. I mean, a tech mogul. Sorry.
And also one thing that's also in there with the laws is what cops can't do, which is the most important thing. Okay. There are certain things they cannot do to you at a traffic stop, which are illegal.
But you know what? Even in the midst of that, doesn't matter, because in that time they have complete and total control over your personage. So even if they can't do it, take note of what they did that they can't do, and then do what Mbye's mom did. Yeah. File a complaint.
And that's what that record button is. And now we'd have a video. So if I had this when I got pulled over
for your illegal seatbelt,
they would have heard on video, you do have your seatbelt on the wrong way. They would have heard that. And then they would have heard when I was like, did I violate any traffic violation? No, you didn't. Am I free to go? Well, I need your license. And normally, at that point in time, legally, if you haven't done that, you should be free to go. But I still, like I said, it's not arguing, and I didn't have it. So that's what the kind of stuff, like, don't fight your battle right there.
How are you supposed to put your seatbelt on? How did you have your seatbelt? I'm just curious. Like, what?
I had my seatbelt on over my shoulder, driving like people drive.
And it was in the thing, and it was clicked in.
And like I said, I know I've got a couple of good friends who every time I've had a cop behind me on the phone, I'd be like, okay, they're not going to pull me over. And I knew it was coming. I was like, he's looking for something. Like I told Jason, was like, what's he looking for? I was like, something. I was like, I'm going in my car. I was like, I got an old car, Jason. Doesn't go past 65 miles per hour, so I know I ain't speeding. I was like, music
we gotta get
playing,
you. We hope this app takes off so you can get you a better car, man. And then you could drive with Uber.
I don't need all that. Yeah.
I'm joking. Okay,
nice plug.
So this is the. You're welcome. This is your first version. You're about to do. You're gonna do another version. How long is it gonna take, Martin, for the next version to come out?
Version 2 should be released in with 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can call in this time. You don't have to fly here from North Carolina. You don't have to come all the way here.
And what we're trying to do, like right now, we have federal laws. And so what we want to end up doing eventually is we've got, like I said, everything back up to our website. We want to put these laws on our website, and we want to get, some like law interns and law students start getting local laws. And since we have the location service, we want it to be able to where when you're pulled over, it can actually pull up those local laws and things that you should know there. Because that's to save some things, like the biggest one.
No, I was just going to, because I want to know what the cost was.
Of building this thing.
This and the business model, because ultimately that's going to be important for your success, right? How you manage this business. You got a good team, but it can go left really quickly if everybody is not, if their expectations are off.
So
how are you managing that?
In terms of the costs and things like that to build this app, we've built everything on this app for about $35,000. That's both versions. That's in multiple languages, and that's on the website.
So y'all understand that the Party of Lincoln app. How much did you pay for this?
We made it for about $35,000.
Okay, so y'all understand what we asked for was extremely reasonable. It wasn't about the money. I just wanted to put that out there. It was about the power play. So go ahead, continue. So how you managing the business?
Well, the business what we have, like I said, we have Martin who does the technical side, and he's the go-to on the technical. I've got my friend Thomas Hedden who's done the legal. His wife Jacqueline, she's done legal and social media with us. And Dwayne, who I work with at Apple, he does a lot of the technical things with us. But
What's your role? Who are you?
My role,
what's your title?
The CEO of the company.
Okay,
so
right.
I put everybody together.
Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I put everybody together. I make sure that we, have our certain things done, and just make sure. Like I told Martin, I let him know. I was like, "Hey, you're a creative person. You're brilliant. I'm gonna let you build the app and the design you want it. I just want the functionality of it. I want to make sure it works."
Have you guys determine when the big money comes in? Because I know y'all not doing this for your health.
When the big money,
and I know Miguel's sitting here. He's like, I know I better get me something out of this too. Shoot. Have you decided what the divvy is going to be?
Yeah, we've got divvied up in terms of, and that's here's the story goes back. So we've had a lot of issues with investors. Like we honestly have turned down $8 million worth of money from people because they wanted to take control of our company. They had different ideas for this app that we didn't feel right about. So, when people were like, yeah, here's like, yo, I've seen a $3 million in front of me, and it was like, hey, we're going to walk away. And, and it was a funny story. We've got it where we're divvying up where everybody, if this thing does get where we think it can.
When it gets.
When it gets there. Anybody that does invest or give some money, you will be richer than you know what to do with.
Look at this.
You will not regret it.
Well, here's my dollar. No, I'm just joking.
No, we'll get you. But yeah, we have we've broken down. We've got everything broken down in our company. We ended up we had an LLC. So since then, we've actually gotten our company incorporated in Delaware. We have a Delaware C Corp.
All right,
I want to make sure, because I know you're going to have to go to break here soon.
Yeah.
The goal is, we want to make sure we know what the goal is, because the 100,000 downloads, right? So we want to make sure we encourage people to download.
So that's the big thing.
You,
yeah.
What would we do without you?
Hey, that's why he's the media guy. That's why he's the media guy.
Okay.
But yeah, no. So that's we've talked to some big time investors, some minority angel investors. So the goal is, if we can get this download as much as possible, guys, get everybody, friends, family. It's free. But that's the big thing, getting the downloads, getting those numbers.
Now, you do know you missed the opportunity by not having this ready to be downloaded today, because our listeners are some of the most active people I've ever met in my entire life, and they support that.
iOS is ready.
Okay.
Apple is ready.
I just went on there and I tried to do it.
Well, that's an Android.
What's the difference? Oh, the Apple was ready.
Yeah, the Apple is ready. Yeah, the Android.
Look, I tried to do it. My phone. You leave me alone.
Martin can explain what's going on with Android, and he'll be done by
then. I just want to get on the Android, when I go into the Play Store, I'll download Legal Equalizer tonight, and it'll be ready. We need 100,000 people to download this free app, because what that is a numbers game. It's what I've been talking about on these airwaves. It's a numbers game. The more people they see get behind something, the more power you have to go get it. So we want you to go get it. And
this is an app and guys, this is an app literally for the people. You determine what this app does and how powerful it is. And this is something that honestly, we see it ended up changing laws possibly, because you can now go to Congress people and, your local politicians and say, hey, we have hundreds of videos of this happening right now, or this going on.
Do something about
Let's
it.
Make
and
some
then you
kind
could
of
start
change
curating it by city and by state.
And we have it by race and everything. Yeah. We have it by race, by gender.
We're giving away everything.
No. Stay tethered. That's right. There's nothing new under the sun, Miguel.
You're right about that.
And here's the thing: when we all operate in the same spirit, guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what happens? So we gotta get on the same page, because this is important. So let's stay tethered. We're gonna stay together, and we're gonna make this thing happen. 100,000. That's all you need.
100,000.
All right, that's easy. Come on, we got this.
We could do that tomorrow and not sleep.
That's right. Come on, Martin. Look at Martin woke up. Yeah. He came in
and
all
then,
salty.
Also, guys, let me on top of that thing she was talking about. So one big thing, when we do get these numbers and get this money, one of our biggest things we have a nonprofit we're tied to called the Next 2%. One of our co-founders is the founder of the Next 2%. What that is right now in tech, Its minority has only 2% representation in tech.
Who are you talking to?
Our goal is to have it raised by 2% a year is our goal. So what we want is if we get this, we have plans where we got minority coders, minority people say, hey, come work for us, build something socially. And then once we get that going, guess what? When you get out of college, we can now offer you. Here's why. Also, you want to go into tech? $70,000 to starting salary. Okay.
Who are you talking to?
$70,000 people. Okay.
Do we not do this every day on the show? Mbye, do you listen to the show?
I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you repeating stuff that we say every day. So get on out of here with that. We got you.
It's Tech Tuesday. You just got to hear from a different voice sometimes. Sometimes you tune out Mama, and then Aunt T come in, and you like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, we're gonna go to a break. You just sit still. We may bring them back. I don't know. We'll see what happens. 866-801-8255 is a Karen Hunter show. It's Tech Tuesday. # We Own Tech. What was this? The next 2%.
Legal EQ.
Thank you. All
Legal
right, Martin.
EQ.
Way to wake up.
Legal EQ launch. We Own Tech. Next 2%.
All right. We'll be right back.
These days, there are a lot of people out there talking about the use of excessive force by the police. And without courting any controversy, I want to say that the police have a very hard job putting their lives on the line, and the vast majority are good people. On the other hand, black people aren't imagining this stuff. So both sides have good points. And as the host of a late-night show, it's my responsibility to take a side. So let me just take a moment here to say that I agree with how you feel. You know who you are. I feel strongly about that. And those people on the other side, wrong. But the point is, what do you do to reduce the possibility of abuse while still maintaining public order? I'm happy to say that some police have begun finding positive ways to de-escalate tensions in their communities. Like one cop in Washington, D.C., who, after responding to a reported street fight, tried to disperse the remaining crowd of teens. When one of the teens marched up and started to nay-nay at the officer didn't bust a perp. She busted a move. That's right. A police officer ended a tense situation with a dance-off. No one was arrested, but somebody did get served. This is a great example for all law enforcement. Before resorting to violence, first, just try to twerk things out.
That is Stephen Colbert. I love him. His show is so smart. He's smart, too. Handling the issues around police brutality in such a smart way. Martin had to leave, but I wouldn't let Mbye go because some of you wanted to ask him a question. And also, folks on Twitter, a bunch of them have already downloaded it. And one person wanted to know, they said they registered, but they're not able to merge their contacts. What's that about?
If you can tweet me with that question or get me a Legal EQ.
How do we find you at Twitter?
At MNJIE.
M as in Mary, N as in Nancy.
J as in Jack, I as in Ice, E as in Elephant. Or if you go to our website, legalequapp.com and hit contacts, I'm going to text Martin right now. But with the contacts, what you might want to try is organizing your contacts by first name first. Instead of last name first. That's what's been going on with that. So normally if you go back and reorganize and do it by first name first, the contacts work perfectly on there.
Okay. All right. So it's just about a thing. But, there may be some things that need to be worked out, but this is why we do this.
Oh, yeah,
nothing's going to be perfect the first time out. We strive for perfection, but you better get it right, though.
It's not perfect. I mean, we felt like bringing it out because we got close enough to have it where it can be useful and it looks good and it works right now, but it's still not anywhere near perfect or anywhere where we want it to be.
Can I interject something on that point real quick?
Please interject.
We have to be very patient with ourselves in business. We as black folks, we will be so quick. As soon as something's wrong, I ain't messing with them. They can't get it right. This brother and Martin, they've been working hard on this thing. And even I come and I'll try to say, well, you need to, they said, man, we just got to get it out of here. Few little things. So guys, be patient. They're very quick to respond. Send the email, send the text. You have little bugs, let us know so we can get it fixed.
We've got a lot of updates coming from just people responding to us. And I'll tell you one now that I'm comfortable giving out because it's already in the works for the update, the March release. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a third button to this app now. So this SOS button to give you the message about police, it's now going to say law enforcement.